What's up, Trekkies? Hi, so we have a lot of news for PC today. This is spoiler free as the servers just came back up about 15 minutes ago and I haven't even logged in to play it. I don't know crap. There's no spoilers other than I'm going to be talking to you guys about a bunch of information there are cards. I'm just going to put them through every once in a while. If you click it, it'll bring in a thing on the side over here. And yeah, you can just click down to see which videos you actually want. Because again, I'm not going to cover all of it. But there is stuff that happened today or over the last week. So I need to talk about that. So we are going to start with console to get that out of the way. Okay, console has the Advanced Light Cruiser Bundle. These are tier 6 ships. They are light cruisers. It's the Miranda class, the Reliant from Star Trek Wrath of Khan. Seen several other times. Sisko was piloting one at the beginning of Deep Space Nine, where he was the first officer. We've got Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Commander Universal / Pilot, Beneficial, highly maneuverable. They're also physically small ships. So there's that. They got +5 all subsystems. Consoles are 3 tactical, 4 engineering, 3 science. Absorbative plating, so they got a basic cruiser mastery package. And then evasion specialist. Because it's a bundle, all 3 factions get a ship. And yes. And the console is the same. Alright. Do they have roughly the same? Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Tactical. Yep. Commander Engineering, Lieutenant. Yeah. So basically, the Klingon and the Romulan one can cloak. So they have a reduction in shields. Shield modifier. 1.21 to 1.15. So the console is the Potential Energy Entangler. Activating this console will siphon off energy from your foe's weapon output and use it to provide a speed and maneuverability boost to your ship. This results in a damage debuff for all affected foes, but the effectiveness is split amongst those affected. The buff applied by your maneuverability increases with the number of foes affected. So, large debuff on one enemy, you don't get much maneuverability. Lots of maneuver buff, but you don't get much of a weapons debuff on a bunch of people. They're cruisers, so they come with, the Klingon and the Federation one come with cruiser commands of maneuvering, shields, and weapon system efficiency. They do not taunt. Their starship trait, upon activation of emergency powered engines or any pilot bridge officer building, you gain shield hardness and regeneration for 5 seconds. Once per 15 seconds max. Fair enough, that's good. But yeah, the ships are the Reliant Advanced Light Cruiser Kapu Advanced Light Battle Cruiser and the Deleth Advanced Light Warbird Battle Cruiser. But yeah, pretty much is everything the same between them. There's a link below if you want to read all the fine-tuny little stats. I'm not going to go over them all. Alright, so what have we got? Console patch notes. This is not the patch notes for console. Unless you guys are having the same thing released today. This is for PC. They changed the background, so I was all confused. This is the Kenthi Lockbox, which is a card. Goes over what's in the lockbox. This is ship stat time. So the very first one, the tier 6, the super duper ship that's the ultra rare yada yada, is a Shukden Escort. It's got Lieutenant Tactical / Miracle Worker Bridge Officer seat and Lieutenant Commander Universal / Pilot. And Commander Tactical. It's an escort. 4 Tactical, 3 Engineering, 4 Science. Benefit. The console is Peripheral Refraction Array, and the heavy weapon slot is a Protomatter Laced Sheller. We'll get into that. Got an escort package with the starship trait of Symmetry. Wait, why is it? Wow, this thing has a 1.4 shield modifier. That's like science. Wow. 5 weapons up front, 2 in the back. Okay then. Alright. Protomatter and Laced Sheller. Payload delivers a split between kinetic and radiation damage, and the damage it deals is increased against foes the closer they are to being directly in front of your ship. Interesting. I can definitely see how that, like, where you can you can turn in anything, but your ship continues in one way, or you can but still strafe mode. I forget what it's called. I don't use pilot abilities, but I've seen the Zenkethi use it. Console peripheral refraction array. I believe we talked about that one last week. So all the non-forward shield facings increase in their defensive capabilities, and the forward array is instead tuned to offense, increasing the damage dealt by the starship's weaponry against any foe within their forward-facing 90-degree arc. Console passive boost, shield hardness, and shield regenerate. And can equip on any Zenkethi ship. Starship trait, symmetry, again went over this last week. While the trait is slotted using any shield healing bridge officer ability, will cause foes near the healed ally or self to suffer an amount of shield drain proportionate to the amount of shields restored. Interesting. Zenkethi Razbaj battlecruiser. I don't know how to pronounce these alien names. Understandable. It's got Ensign Engineering / Pilot Bridge Officer seating, Lieutenant Commander Universal / Miracle Worker. So I don't have a Commander Miracle Worker. So that's that. This is from the Lobi store. Is Commander Engineering Cruiser, Lieutenant Commander Tactical also. 3 Tactical, 5 Engineering, 3 Science. Console is the Momentum Manipulator. Trait is Turtle, which I believe we went over last week, and it has Maneuvering, Shield Modulation, and Weapons for your cruiser aura. A 1.45 shield modifier. I cannot imagine what the shield modifier of a Science Zenkethi ship is going to be. Oh my god. The inner workings of this technology are still a bit of a mystery, but it's said to replicate and redirect both kinetic and potential energy in order to alter the fundamental aspects of physics. Regardless of how it works, it is proven to be an effective weapon of choice for the Zenkethi. It's the Momentum Manipulator, allowing their larger warships to suddenly execute maneuvers otherwise assumed impossible while simultaneously boosting their weapons' destructive capabilities. That didn't tell us what it does, but doesn't really tell us what it does at all. Passive boost to radiation, kinetic, and physical damage resistance, and outgoing shield healing. Starship trait, Turtle. While this trait is slotted, you may conserve your energy and move slowly. In order to gain additional shield capacity, shield hardness, and turn rate, these bonuses ramp up the longer you remain below 25% throttle, increasing every 2 seconds. From the lockbox, this is the secondary ship prize. It is a Lukari Nikam scout ship. It is a science vessel, because it's Lukari. It's got Commander Science, 2 Lieutenant Universals, Lieutenant Commander Universal, and an Ensign Universal. So it's pretty much Commander Science and then whatever you want. Benefit to this is it's kind of like a bird of prey. I'll explain that in a second. Because not only does it have your secondary deflector, not only does it have sensor analysis and subsystem targeting, it can equip dual cannons, so you pretty much got a science vessel here with dual cannons. It also has radar flanking. Radar flanking is 25% damage to NPCs when you attack their rear arc. 8.25% bonus damage to players, so that's that. It's just how the PvP balance works. It's got an 18 degrees per second because it's a small ship, 1.1 shield modifier, 3 weapons in the front, 3 in the back, very typical science vessel. Again, really low shield modifier. It is a tier 5 ship, so you should be able to tier 5 it. But it's from a lockbox, so you get that for free. It has 3 tactical, 2 engineering, 4 science. And that's that for the ships. Link below if you want to read all the nitty-gritties of impulse modifiers and what certain powers they got and all the... I think that'd be the second link. Just posted a welcome to season 14, Bargargle. Oh, it's a small little story. Alright, batch notes. Alright, Melting Pot, featured episode. We'll pay a visit to the new joint Lukari Kentari colony. Captain Kumarke and Captain LaForge explore what Dran-Nur, the planet, holds and find out if the colonists can make it work. They should be able to. I'm going to be able to fund most of my fleet's colony. The new episode will be available for Captains 10 and up. Please visit our blog for more information. Primary specialization, Miracle Worker. We've talked about it. It's a card. It's a primary specialization, mainly healer focused, self and external healing. So benefit there. Again, there's a card. I'm not going to make a long video here. Draenor Colony Fleet Holding, they talk about a little blah here. Again, there's a card. You can just scroll down the side which one it is. Colony Fleet Holding Invasion Scenario. We talked about those, I believe, last week. Same thing with the Beach Assault. Draenor Gauntlet. Zenkethi Red Alert is coming in. That's new. Zenkethi will be unleashing a new super weapon at unsuspecting planets, while you and 4 allies have to do everything to prevent the catastrophic destruction. The Zenkethi Red Alert is a space-based 5-player Red Alert style queue in the Alpha Quadrant. Next, the event is for levels 50 to 60 of all factions. General, resolved an issue. Vanity items can now be equipped via double-clicking on the item from the main inventory window. Jordy will now regenerate personal shields after a short time. Yeah, I noticed that in Beyond the Nexus he wasn't regenerating his shields. Gold Press Platinum rewards from the Ferengi Admiralty assignment has been reduced by around 80%. Considering I have 1.5 million GPL right now, yeah. In place of these reduced rewards, the assignments now also reward energy credits proportionate to the amount of GPL that was removed. Mainly because people are getting just tons. Like, what are you going to do with that much GPL? Buy the hollow emitters? That's why the hollow emitter stuff was going down in price, because people wanted to spend their GPL on stuff. And at first, it probably worked out pretty well, but The Kills and Zenkethi accolades have their own category in the accolade tab. Yay. Duty officers that reduce cooldown, such as technicians and projectile weapons officers, should now be more responsive after reducing those cooldowns. Ships called in by fleet support now have a hard cap time limit of 5 minutes instead of remaining indefinitely when in combat. Oh, good. Powers. Heavy escort weapons have been renamed to experimental weapons. The experimental proto-weapon has been renamed to the Dyson proto-weapon. Oh, okay. Resolved an issue that prevented target subsystems from working with turrets. It works with turrets? Resolved an issue that caused radiant restorative synergy to proc less than frequently when command spec is slotted. Ugh. Resolved an issue that was causing dual heavy cannons to suffer an excessive accuracy penalty under Cannon Scatter Volley 3. Will benefit. So there's a DPS boost to tactical officers. Known issues, explosions from Zenkethi shuttles can cause damage to the inhibitors in Draenor Beach Assault. Ooh. Some cutscenes may be missing objects. Okay. Zenkethi critters in Draenor Beach Assault do not always aggro appropriately. Okay. Some effects do not play properly when powerboarding around the Lukari Colony Fleet Holding. Fair enough. Okay, that's everything so far. Again, there's stuff over there. You can look for stuff. I have previous videos on all this stuff. I will chat with you guys next week. Probably talk about the episode, because that should give you guys enough time to play it, because I'll probably play it sometime later. And I will catch you guys later.